is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notions, and they open up to me. That's what they're upset about, because if you look at a lot of these people that's been on other
Thus, the podcast of Shannon Sharpe Club Shay has been blowing up ever since Cat Williams' interview. And he has had many explosive interviews this year alone. Let's just say that some folks in the industry are not loving this one bit. This is because the interviews have exposed many secrets about some of the industry's most popular and powerful people, including Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler Perry. It looks like Shannon is now dragging them for filth, exposing them for not only trying to cancel the show, but also trying to ruin his life for not taking down interviews after they asked him to. It looks like Shannon is now claiming that he also has more dirt on these people and he's going to leak it if they don't back down. Y'all better get in the room, because Shannon is not here to play. Shannon Sharpe has had the world in a chokehold ever since he dropped his interview with Cat Williams at the start of the year. It was pure chaos. And that chaos has remained since that interview, and we have seen the dark side of the industry that we rarely get to see with all the juicy secrets that he spilled. It's no surprise that some powerful people want the podcast shut down before he spills even more tea. Shannon recently participated in an interview where she said, "Everyone knows that the entertainment industry is chaotic, but these people are going too far with Shan. Word on the street is that her life may be in jeopardy because the haters are ramping up." It all started with all the rumors about celebrities attempting to sabotage and shut down his show. They're even sending him threats.
I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me in the direction. I'm glad it did. I understand what comes along with that. But if you remember,
in that same interview, Shannon discussed all the crazy things he's been dealing with since Cat Williams' interview went viral earlier this year. He also spoke with Cam Newton and discussed why celebrities feel comfortable enough to reveal all of their secrets on his podcast. Shannon clarified that prior to each interview, he lets his celebrity guests know that they are under no obligation to discuss a particular topic, which allows them to feel at ease enough to share their own stories.
I said, "Is there anything that you don't want to talk about?" I always ask the guests that. Sometimes they say, "Well, I would appreciate if we not talk about this." Right. Cool, no problem. Because I believe you can tell your story without saying something negative. But yes, I believe a person that's been in a business, that's been doing something 10, 15, 20, 30 years, are more than one salacious story. Right. That's what I believe. So if they say they want to stay away from it, but if they want to tell something, who am I to say, "No, don't do, you can't tell that." Right. People are, Cam,
right now, for those who may not be aware, Shannon made it plain in a recent interview that he is not a journalist and has never pretended to be one. This is one of the main points of contention that the haters have been making about Shannon. Shannon, a highly successful former NFL player, was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. After starting his Club Shay podcast in 2020 during the pandemic, the show was gaining some traction. However, things really took off when Shannon revealed that he had been trying to get Cat Williams on the podcast for about a year before the episode finally came together. One lucky day, he ran into Cat's new manager, who connected him with CID. A week later, Cat was on Club Shay, spilling all this industry tea. Now,
they all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I promise you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as.
And Shannon was absolutely correct when he observed that certain people in the business weren't too delighted with Club Shay's success and were trying to ruin his program. However, that isn't the whole picture. Some celebrities, offended by Shannon's accomplishments, began denouncing him and Club Shay as troublemakers, accusing him of causing controversy in Hollywood due to the Cat Williams interview. But these insiders claim that celebrities, including Oprah and Diddy, were actively working to dissuade other celebrities from participating on CL. Shannon and Oprah got into a fight when he brought Monique to Club Shay. Monique publicly chastised Oprah, calling her a manipulative narcissist. For background, Monique claimed that Tyler Perry and Oprah had deceived her and blackballed her career because she had refused to go against her contract. For years, Monique and Oprah were at odds while working on the film Precious. Because Monique declined to take part in an unpaid, unannounced publicity tour, Oprah allegedly became so enraged that she began to disseminate falsehoods about Monique being difficult to deal with.
Because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability.
Naturally, this did not sit well with Oprah at all, and it's easy to see why Monique really went in on Oprah during her interview. She said that people were talking about how Oprah made Monique dirty. In fact, Oprah even made fun of Monique for having negative energy, saying that there is a law that states that you cannot meet negative energy where it is. You must rise above it and transcend it. I would never stoop to try to meet someone where they are negatively, regardless of who they are. Following this, Monique was blackballed, and no one in the industry wanted to work with her because they were afraid of what Tyler and Oprah might do. Monique has always battled the industry's attempts to quiet her, and as soon as she learned that she was being blacklisted, she called the people involved out.
I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
Crazy thing about it all is that after lengthy negotiations, Monique told Shannon that she had only been paid $50,000 for the priceless film. While that may seem like a lot of money to those of us in Hollywood, it's really pocket change that hardly covers expenses, let alone the cost of hairstyling, makeup, and other celebrity necessities. When Uncle Sam jumps in, actress Robin revealed that about 80% of their income goes toward taxes, agent fees, legal fees, management, and other expenses. Using this reasoning, Monique probably only made about $10,000 for the role, which she described as daylight robbery. If there's one thing we know about Miss Oprah, it's that she doesn't like to look bad. Therefore, Monique spilling the tea on Oprah just made things worse for her. But Oprah isn't the only one. During this interview, Cat Williams also exposed Diddy for allegedly trying to put moves on him for an extended period of time. Cat claimed that Diddy tried to seduce him for years, and when that didn't work, he then threw money around and offered him $50 million.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You hear?
How desperate was Diddy to get Cat in his bed because $50 million for one-night stands is just insane? And is it just me, or does it seem like Diddy enjoys the chase? It's a messy situation, and Cat also had people talking about Diddy's parties, the crazy stuff that went down again. The timing of this was messy as F because it was only about 2 weeks after Cassie filed her lawsuit in which she exposed him for gross misconduct. So Cat exposing him in a video with more than 70 million views probably didn't do him any good either. Then we have Tyler Perry, who was exposed by Monique when she exposed Oprah. See, Oprah was not the only one who blackballed Monique because Tyler also played a role in that. See, the movie Precious was produced by Oprah and Tyler, and they hated the fact that Monique was not willing to work for free, so they allegedly tag-teamed her, but Tyler Perry has always denied this, insisting that he didn't say anything about Monique or that he got her blackballed. He always insisted that if anything happened to her career or she lost out on jobs, it was on her and had nothing to do with him. She came into the podcast with so much fire and energy, especially when she went after Tyler Perry, claiming he and Oprah ruined her life. According to Monique, when she first caught caught wind of the situation, she decided to give Tyler the benefit of the doubt. She reached out, hoping maybe there was a big misunderstanding, but no. Monique said that she confronted Tyler. He straight up lied to her face and played these mind games like he didn't know what she was talking about. She said during her interview that Tyler eventually apologized and added that he messed up and swore he'd fix everything, clear her name, revive her career, and all that stuff, but it never happened because Monique said Tyler ghosted her after that.
Only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out.
Hey, listen up, everyone. She wasn't messing around. Given all of this, it's not shocking at all that Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler would want to shut down the podcast because it has made them look even worse. Monique insisted that she had an audio recording of a call with her husband and Tyler Perry himself. In that recording, she claims Tyler owned up to the beginning of the rumor that got her blacklisted and that it was out of line and totally unfair. Shannon has been teasing that he has more dirt on celebrities that he's going to spill, and they're trying to stop him because they know it's going to be crazy. Well, you know the fans are all curious about the tea, and they've been leaving comments saying that the industry hates what it can't control. Keep pushing. These people are so sick. That's the problem. The celebrities that have a problem do not want those stories discussed, unfolded, or told. It's sad to hear this, but the behavior of these celebrities validates everything Kat said during the podcast. This situation is absolutely wild, but I wanted to know how you guys feel about it. Do you think Shannon has more tea to spill and a ton of dirt that's going to come?